Hey guys, this is Hbkgrand from Dark Shinobis making a video about how to make platinum in the game. Now initially, if you're a new player, you're gonna have a little bit of tough time making platinum because you have a shortage of inventory. So my recommendation to all the players who do not have a lot of stuff in their inventory, that's the first thing that you have to do. Either go farm for prime parts, which like basically you can get relics from, and then go farm whatever prime parts you can get. Or there's another method I will show later in the video that like you could buy prime junk from people and then buy and then sell prime parts out of it. So you could do, there's like a couple of methods that you could do to make platinum easily. Now I did show that experience in I shared that experience with people in the stream, like how you can buy prime junk and sell the stuff. So but anyways, what we're gonna do is like I'll show you guys, like I did a test run and I went to do this like for 2-3 hours and I ended up making about roughly 2,000 plus platinum. So I started out when I had like about 1200-ish plat, and as you can see on the top left corner, I have like over 3,160 platinum at the moment. I did buy some stuff, but I'm just saying that I will show you the list of trades and then you can even add the platinum yourself. That like, but to get to that point, you need to have a lot of inventory. So without the inventory, you can't expect to go farm for one prime part and then expect to make 1,000 platinum. In order to make the platinum, you need to have a lot of inventory. So because if you have a lot of stuff in your inventory, there are a lot of people who are missing something, a specific part or specific something. So that will help you in order to give the stuff. So I will show you guys, first of all, the best thing to start off with yourself, since you're like, let's say you're a master rank 3, because the syndicates used to be master rank 5, but now they're master rank 3. So once you're master rank 2, you are able to trade with players. So with the syndicates, I'll share a link below for the syndicate guides, like how the syndicates work. But for the trading purposes, I just want to show you guys every 3 days. Once you have maxed out your syndicates, every 3 days you can make about roughly 90 to 100 platinum minimum. How? Basically by selling these weapons. So almost every 3 days you will have enough points to buy at least one of these weapons, and you can actually go into the market, say want to sell parent sequence weapon. Somebody will say, hey, do you have a Secura Penta, for example, or Secura Lecta? You could set the price. Now the prices for these ones vary, so you could, depending on the player, how bad they need it, it could go from anywhere from 25 to 35, even 40 platinum. So sometimes like somebody is really desperate, they would even give you 50 plat for it. So you can make a minimum about 90 to 100 or even more every 3 days. How? Not just by selling one, you basically have to align yourself with 3 of the syndicates. So in the syndicate guides, it will show you. Apart from that, let's say you don't want to do this 3 days and it's like a long time. Everybody says, oh my god, 3 days too much. So what you do is every day that you get a couple of points, so like let's say somebody needs a sonic fracture for Banshee, so you could sell this mod for about 10 to 15 platinum easily. There is no problem, like people would buy it for 10 to 15 platinum easily. Apart from that, these parts that you see over here, like the Honorix handle, the Cygnus stock or something like that, these are Archwing weapon stuff. So basically people need this stuff. So for example, people who are aligned with the other syndicates, they won't be able to get this. So this actually opens the thing for everybody who owns this type of stuff. So you can buy them stuff, or you could trade parts for parts, but like you could easily sell these for 10 to 15 plat, which makes it about every day you could actually earn a little bit of platinum if you're starting out. And this can be used to purchase prime junk, and which I will show you guys later on. Now apart from that, like I will just mention it a little bit here. So like the Orican Vaults, so you need to buy the keys. So the keys that I'm talking about are the Bleeding Dragon key, the Decaying key, the Hobbled key, and the Extinguished key. So this one is actually what you need, and then you can buy these from the dojo, the Bleeding key, Decaying, Hobbled, and Dragon. So they have their own effects. You can read them out when you are selecting them. So they have their own specific effect. It decreases some, like Bleeding will decrease your health, Decaying will decrease your shields, A hobble will reduce your speed, and extinguished dragon key reduces the damage that you do. So basically, you need to be in a team of 4 in order to do this. You need to have each person has to equip a certain one. So like all 4 have to equip either one of them. And then these are the Hbkgrand derelict keys. So the best one to do is like either a capture or a exterminate, because like the map is actually small when you're doing these two. So either, in my opinion, capture is better, but like people prefer exterminate because like you just go skim right through it and then you find the door. So basically with these keys you can go to the Hbkgrand derelict. I'll show you guys here, so like for people who are new. So I know a lot of people would know about this, but once you have the key, you make it. This is the derelict right here, and you could actually go to the derelict, and over here you could go to exterminate, or you could go to like capture, and there will be a door in there, and out of the 4 people, the door will say like, hey, you need to, in order to open this door, you need like a bleeding key or something, for example. So for that bleeding key, the person who equips it, he has to open the door. Once you open the door, you'll find like Hbkgrand vault mods. So I won't show all of them, but like the most rare ones that everybody needs to remember are like the blind rage, the transient fortitude, the overextended, the narrow-minded, the fleeting expertise, the heavy caliber. Like these mods, like for example blind rage right here, so they're actually like dual stat mods. So like they always have like a positive effect and a negative effect. So blind rage gives you like ability strength but reduces your efficiency. But attaching this to how you can make platinum, these mods, like especially blind rage, transient fortitude, and narrow-minded, or like heavy caliber, people will buy this for like minimum 15 to 30 platinum. So that's like, you could do this all day, get like 100 blind rage if you can. Like that's all up to the grinding, and you can end up with making as much platinum depending on how much you grinded. But this is like a small amount of platinum that you're earning. So like you could do this, but this is guaranteed minimum 15 to 30 platinum. So people, depending on somebody buying who's desperate for it, he would even go for 30. But like usually the minimum price you could sell this for is 15 to 20 platinum. That's the minimum price going for it. Now, next up is like after they introduced War Within, the new sorties were out. So you need to be master rank 8 in order to do this part. So once you have done the War Within quest, these sorties will be locked for you. And in the sorties, the 2 most important things that can make you good amount of money is the legendary core or the Riven mod. You can sell the I-10 sculpture, but I just choose not to, because you could get like endos for him, or you could just place them in your ship for decoration, but people usually buy them for 2 to 5 platinum. So if you want to sell your sculptures, you could sell that for quick platinum as well. So Riven mods, basically, you get them from the sorties and the legendary core if you get lucky. It's really hard to get the legendary core, but Riven mod, people occasionally get them, so there's a lot of inflow in the market. Now, if you, let's say you don't get the Riven mods, but you do have some platinum, so you can invest. It's kind of like a gamble. So what you do is basically you buy the Riven mods for like about 20 to 30 platinum when you're talking about melee, rifle, or pistol. These are the 3 Riven mods that are veiled. So this is the ones that are not opened. So you could do that, and you could basically buy them for like 20 to even 15 to 30 platinum. Like that's how cheap they are. And you, when you open them, you have a chance of getting a Riven mod, which is actually OP, and people might want it. Let's say like you open a melee mod, and you get like Adorex, or you get like Gallatin, for example. So you just got a mod which you just bought for like 20 plat, let's just say, or 30 plat, and you opened it and you get a Riven mod that actually people are desperate for. Or it's all luck of the draw. A lot of people don't get, like I personally buy like 10 Riven mods at once, and then I end up with getting like 1 or 2 rares. But there's always a chance, if you get 1 rare at least out of all of that, you can make up for the rest. You could sell that rare mod for like over 1,000 platinum. It could go from like minimum most Riven mods that people want go for anywhere between 150 platinum to all the way exceeding to 1,000, even 2,000 platinum, depending on the stats and rarity of them. So I can show, like for example, somebody offered for Despair, like I don't use Despair, somebody wanted to use it, so they offered me 300 platinum. Somebody offered for Ether Swords, they're like, hey, I want to buy that, so I put them the offer, they were saying 200 platinum. Boltor, this Riven mod right here, I bought for 40 plat, but if I go into the market, I've actually tried to test it out, and I've seen people wanting to buy this for like 300 to 400 platinum. Same with Azima, Ankros, I've seen people trying to buy it for like 100. This mod right here at Bolto, like I'm just trying to give you guys some example, like some things that like this was just random. I opened a pistol mod and I got an Bolto Riven mod out of it. I'm using this myself, but this one actually has a price because of the critical damage, the puncture, and damage to Grenier. So it has something that Boltor is actually important in. So it actually is worth over like 800-900 platinum. So all these like Riven mods you can get. So basically you can open them, and I always do this. So it's not, challenges are not hard to do. So I will make a guide for you guys. Like a lot of people say like, oh, this is really hard to do. So I'll show you guys like tips and tricks. You could even open 3 Riven mods at the same time. So it can be that easy. All you gotta do is find the same challenge for melee, Riven, and pistol. So like melee, Riven, pistol Riven, and rifle Riven. If you have all 3 like same, let's just say like you have to kill like 10 enemies slashing, for example. So you got to find 2 others. It is hard, but when you're buying it bulk, you actually end up doing that. And I have actually had the chance to open like 3 Riven mods at the same time. So that can happen as well. So apart from that, when Hbkgrand comes in, Hbkgrand, like you could buy the prime mods, you can buy like the special weapons. So I'll show you guys like the special weapons over here. So this is like the next step in here. What you can do is like go to but this is a lot of grinding for prime parts, turning them into ducats. I do not prefer this method because Hbkgrand requires a lot of ducats for the method, but what you can do is like wait it out a little bit. So we're gonna go to my inventory, for example, and let's say when Hbkgrand came in, I'm gonna go to the weapon section, and let's just look for a let's just go for a Vandal here. Vandal. Right? So like for example, when Hbkgrand came in, I bought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Prova Vandals, 1, 2, 3, 4 like Quanta Vandals. So now like basically when Hbkgrand is here, what you can do is like 2 things. Either buy them from Hbkgrand, or you could go into the market and buy them for like 20 to 30 platinum. Because at that time, that's what the going price for these Vandals or the Wraith or weapons that Hbkgrand brings in can be for. So you could buy them for 20 to 30 platinum from people. Once Hbkgrand leaves, instantly the price of that weapon goes minimum 10 to 15 platinum. So you could instantly sell it for like 30, 35 platinum, or you could wait a week and then the next week you could sell it for like 50, 60, and some like weapons even go for like 80 to 100 platinum, depending on the importance of it. Like the Prisma dual cleavers, you could actually sell that for 100 to 150 platinum because they're important. Quanta Vandal is like about 60 to 80 platinum. Prova Vandal is about like 40 to 50 platinum because it's not in the game anymore. You can only buy it from people. So always make sure things that come in the game and are leaving the game will always carry some worth. That's why you gotta have basically when the Warframes are leaving, the Prime Warframes, let's say like Saren Prime left, so anything related to Saren Prime, like the arcane helmets for Saren, the weapons for Saren, the Saren herself. So like if you have enough storage of her, like while she was in the game, she was going for 40 plat. Once she left, people started selling her for like 60 plat, then it went to 80, then 100. Like you could even still get it for cheap, but it's still going up. Similarly, if you see like it's been like 6-7 months, even though Trinity used to go for like 20-25 platinum, now she's going for like at least 40-50 platinum. So like people are starting to put it up. Even people are selling for 25-30 plat, but still the price is starting to rise up because it's not available in the game to farm. Now, Basically, the last thing this is the most important one. So there is two methods in this one. One, for example, like you go farm for relics. I'll make a detailed video about the relic farming as well. So where you could farm the relics and basically go like where you get the lith relics, where you get the miso, neo, and axi, and then how you can do it, the refinements. Like it's pretty much this forward, but I'll do a video like how you can open them. So you find this and the void relics refinement section. So you come over here, you'll see like what relic you want. You go farm for these parts, and then once you get the part that you think is rare and you want to sell it in the market and people want to buy, you could do it this way. But there's another method which is more important. For this, it's better to have a dojo. Now, while we're in the dojo, just remember one thing. So this is how you're gonna start by buying prime junk. This is what I tell you. You're gonna go want to buy prime junk, 7p. You could buy anywhere between 5 to 7 platinum for 5 parts. So, and then this is how you're gonna write the platinum icon. So once you write this, that's what you're gonna see in the platinum section. So like this is how it's gonna appear. So this actually, the platinum icon kind of like puts the eye there. Oh, something is being bought, like somebody wants to pay platinum for something. So people actually pay attention to it, and you're gonna get instant messages. Now the next key important thing, when you have like a good amount of inventory or you have bought prime junk, what you can do is like when you go to the trade chat, the idea over here is to avoid this hectic messaging system. What you're gonna do is press triangle, and here you're gonna come to the trading chat filter and you're gonna add a filter saying want to buy. Once you have this filter added, you're gonna press circle. Now you're gonna see the trade chat just stopped, and all I'm gonna see is people who want to buy something. So everybody who wanted to sell something, it's gone. I don't even know if who's selling what anymore, but now some people are gonna put it like this, but now what's gonna happen is like all I'm gonna see is people who want to buy something. So we're gonna start by buying prime junk, and I'll show you guys everything, so on and so forth. So from here on out, I'll show you guys the trades that I did, starting with the prime junk that I was talking about. So once you start buying prime junk, you're gonna see like you could pause the video and see the stuff that I'm getting, and some of the stuff you could easily sell for like 15, 20, even 30 platinum because of their rarity. So, and you're just buying them for 5 to 7 platinum depending on whatever you paid for them. But still, if you buy like 5 prime parts for 7 plat and end up getting to sell 1 part for 30 plat, you're making profit and making inventory. I sold like a Fang prime handle for 10 plat, so that way like you could see that you could sell like almost anything. Whereas I was discussing about the syndicate weapons here, you could see like I sold syndicate weapons to like 3 different people, and you could see like there were like 3 different prices with every single person. So you gotta always leave some leverage. You can't be like, hey, if it's 30, it has to be 30 plat. You could sell it for 29, 28, 26, doesn't matter. Because the idea of making platinum is you gotta let go a little bit of the plat in order to make the rest of it. So if you lose 5% or 4%, doesn't matter. So at least try to get the majority of it. Like my aim to sell Soma set was like 100, I sold it for 90. So you could lose that extra 10, but you gain that 90. And that's like the way you could make the most amount of plat, because you could always wait for Soma to come next year, or let's just say like whatever Warframe is coming out and whatever is leaving, you could just farm that and keep it in your inventory. Do not touch it at all. Now, how I was saying in the beginning of the video that basically initially you need to have a large amount of inventory. So with that said, this is like the best way, like buying prime junk, farming for the parts, it is important. But when you see that want to buy during this entire 4 or 5 minute clips of trades, you will see that while I'm talking to one person, I'm actually getting a hold of another person to sell something else. This is how basically you could do the trades. The reason behind this is that you gotta have an inventory in the back. If you have like 10-15 prime parts, you could start with it. If you even have 1 prime part, sell it for like 5-6 plat. Let's say you have like a regular part like a Fang Prime handle, like I just said, like I sold it for 10 plat. Somebody was looking for it. So if you do it, you could sell it for like 10 plat and then start buying Prime junk, and then you can make part out of it. This clip that you guys are just seeing right now, this is another example. You could actually give some leverage to somebody. He said like he wants to buy the Vesto, but he didn't have the platinum. So I'm like, what else you guys? He says like a rail driven mod. I'm like, wow, sure, why not? A rail driven mod goes for like 20, 25, 15 platinum. So it just added up, and hopefully if I get something good out of it, you could get it. Again, with the rare stuff, you could pause the trades and see like what I've traded and how much platinum for it. So you could see like the voltage stuff, they actually have a lot of value. Most of these stuff I bought, like for example the Vectis Prime, I bought like for 30 platinum and I'm selling it for 120. Soma set, these sets were like 25, 20 platinum when they were in the game. So I just kept hold on to them. So selling them at 120, I'm still making profit. I don't want to wait for people like, hey, I want to sell this thing for like 200 platinum. No, because the thing is, by the time it reaches 200, nobody wants to buy it. So you'll see like I sold so many Worm Primes, and because the thing is like you gotta think of the market as well. Right now Worm Prime is vaulted, and maybe on February 6th when the 3 vaults primes are unvaulted and Loki comes with Worm Prime, the prices of these things are gonna get destroyed. So it's better to sell a good month before the item gets unvaulted. Otherwise you will not see a fair price market for it, because everybody will be having access to it. Lastly, you could go farm for every single thing there is in the game, because it will still carry some value in the game. So let's say like if you like how Trinity was worth 25 plat because she was easy farmable. So even 20 platinum, or like for example you see like Vanka Gauntlet I just sold for like 25 plat, you could even do that. So just one part, sell it, try to buy prime junk, and then you can get it over with. So all in all, I made about like 1600-ish platinum, including some other trades. I went over 2000. So like with these ones that I just showed you guys, like I made a lot of profit. So but with this one, like I said again, if you're starting out and you need to grind, buying prime junk is the way to go in my opinion, because you could get like vaulted parts that you could not get without waiting for them to get unvaulted. So it is a lot easier to make a lot of sets out of it as well, because you could end up with sets and you could sell them. If nobody wants to buy some certain prime parts, you could duke at them with the Burkatir, and it's kind of like a win-win situation everywhere you look at it. So if you guys are confused on any matter, or you have any questions about anything, you could always ask me. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to subscribe and like, and if you guys have any questions, you could always ask me on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we are live on YouTube streaming, or you could even leave it in the comment section below. So if there's anything on my part, I will definitely be there to help you guys out. So this is Hbkgrand from Dark Shinobi signing out. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.